Hello, 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 friends. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a very special Instagram made me buy it watch and review. I saw a sponsored ad on Instagram not too long ago for Lights Lacquer, which I have never tried before, but it was for their Friends collection. I guess they partnered with the TV show Friends to bring this collection of 8 Friends inspired polishes. And I love the TV show Friends. If you know me in person, you know I repeat and quote lines from Friends every single chance I get. So I had to buy this collection. I showed it to my husband and I was like, do I need it? No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. And he was like, yes, you do. So who am I to say that no, I don't? And I bought it. Super, super, super excited to open this box. It comes in this super cute box with kind of, it's one that you can display. It's one that it was mailed in, but you can totally display this. But here is the card that came with it. It talks about how this collection came about, but really exciting stuff. It is 8 creme shades, however you want to say them, that are all inspired by the TV show. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Here are the shades. I think the coloration of this box is kind of spot on. It is that purple that was Monica's door. So it really is kind of perfect. So we'll start with that purple. The purple here is called the One Where, which if you've seen Friends, you know that all of the Friends episodes start with the One Where. The One Where is all of the Friends episodes. But this one is the perfect purple. It is very much the purple of Monica's door. So it is honestly kind of the perfect addition to this collection. The bottles are super cute. Every single detail is awesome. But let's go ahead and get this swatched. I've never tried Lights Lacquer before, so let's talk about the brush first of all. So the brush is a little bit rounded. It's not quite as rounded as some of the other brushes that I have, but it's nice and thick and wide, which I really, really like. I have wider nail beds, so I like that it does have that wider brush. But let's go ahead and swatch this on. The coverage is actually not too shabby. It is, I suspect, beautifully opaque in 2 coats, but not bad at all. Like, I was really impressed with this lighter purple here. The One Where is what that one was called. This next one here is a beautiful yellow, and it is fittingly called Relaxy Taxi, and it is actually a taxi yellow. So it's kind of that perfect shade. If you know what that quote was from, what the words Relaxy Taxi are from, comment below. Again, really liking this shade. It wasn't quite as opaque in the one coat as the One Where was, but still fairly opaque, and I like that one. That was Relaxy Taxi. This next one here is We Were on a Break, which is definitely a famous quote from the show, where Ross and Rachel are breaking up and he sleeps with another woman and she gets mad at him and he's like, but we were on a break, so he had a right to, because she was like, maybe we should just take a break from us. Anyhow, I love Friends. But this one is a beautiful color. It's actually probably my favorite out of this entire collection. It's beautiful. It's very nicely opaque and just 2 coats. As you'll see here a little bit later, I actually have a manicure at the end of this video with that particular shade, and it's beautiful. This next one right here is called He Was Her Lobster, or He's Her Lobster, which is a famous quote by Phoebe talking about Ross and Rachel, how he is her lobster. It's a really pretty shade. This one, honestly, I gotta say, I was a little bit disappointed. It's not at all opaque. It's actually kind of sheer. This one, it actually took, I don't do all of the coats that this one took on the video, but it actually took 3 coats to get this one perfectly opaque. And it probably could have taken a 4th coat. So that one I was not as impressed with. It's a beautiful shade, but I was not impressed with the coverage of it. I would have liked some more opacity to it. Some of these polishes I'm struggling to get out of the box, but this next one is called Central Perk. Honestly, this is another one that the shade is okay. I would have expected it to be a little more green, honestly. It was a little more on the teal side than what I was thinking it would be. Central Perk, of course, being the coffee shop that the friends gather in on an almost daily or episode basis. But I was expecting it to be more like a pool table shade of green, kind of like the sign is, but it was not, and that's okay. But it's a pretty color, just not quite what I was expecting. This next one is Unagi, and I need to follow that up with Salmon Skin Roll. This one, I'm not quite sure why they did a bronzy, rusty color for Unagi, but I love that they named one of the shades Unagi, because that's probably, Ross is one of my favorite characters of the entire show. But that one is a very pretty color. I think it will be beautifully opaque in 2 coats. This next one up here is called How You Doin', which is of course Joey's famous line that he says to many a woman on the show. But this one is a really pretty color. It's, again, I was a little disappointed in the coverage on this one. Not nearly as opaque as I would have liked it to have been in the 1 coat, but it should be beautifully opaque in 2 coats. I think that might be one, I don't remember, where I did have to do 3 coats in order to get it to be opaque. This one I know this one's a beautiful color. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous royal blue. It's called I Got Off the Plane. But this one is another one that was not as opaque as I would have liked it to have been. This one actually did take 3 coats in order to be opaque enough on the swatch stick and actually on me. I don't have anything on the video of showing this on me, but it was not as opaque on me as I would have liked it to be either. But that being said, it is a really pretty, very pretty color. It just wasn't quite as opaque as I would have liked it to be in the 2 coats. But let's go ahead here, and we are actually going to re-swatch all of the colors. One thing that I do like about these is they actually did dry very quickly, and just that time frame that it took me to do all of the 8 colors, the first color that I did is perfectly dry. So they actually do dry very quickly, which I really like when you do the thinner coats. You don't find that often in polishes. Usually it takes like 10, 15, 20 minutes for a polish to dry, and these were perfectly dry instead of like 5 minutes. So I really do like that I was very impressed with. But the one where was beautiful in just 2 coats. This one right here, Relaxy Taxi, was also beautifully opaque in just 2 coats. One thing that I noticed was I liked the lighter colors. The lighter colors seemed to be more opaque in just the 2 coats than the darker colors did. Most of the darker colors took 3 coats to be opaque, but really, really, really like the lighter colors. This one is We Were on a Break. Stay tuned at the end of this video for a manicure done with this particular color. I don't know, I just love like the grayish blues, and this one is that perfect grayish blue. Super, super pretty. It's showing a little bit brighter on the video than it actually is in person. This one is He's Her Lobster. This one, like I said, does end up taking about 3 or 4 coats to actually be completely opaque, because it still wasn't opaque quite in the 2 coats, but I think I only film 2 coats on this one, but it does take 3, just simply because it is a little bit on the sheer side, and probably could have taken a 4th on my swatch stick, but it is a pretty color, just not as opaque as I would have liked it to be. This one again is Central Perk. This one, like I said, is a little more teal than what I was expecting. It's a pretty color, but it's not quite as green as I would have expected it to be with a name like Central Perk. But it is a very pretty color again. This next one here is Unagi. Again, I love that she named one Unagi. If she does like a second collection, I would love to see one like I'm fine would be really fun. That's kind of one of my favorite lines to say. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. This one here is how you doing, which is of course Joey's famous line. And this one is nicely opaque in 2 coats. It probably could have taken 3, but it is fairly opaque in 2 coats. But a very pretty color here. It almost has like a plumish hue to it, but not quite. But super pretty. And then the final one, of course, is I Got Off the Plane, which this one, like I said, really took 3 coats in order to be perfectly opaque. There were certain parts that were not quite as opaque as I would have liked them to be right there, but still super pretty color. Okay, so as far as that goes, that is the Friends collection from Lights Lacquer. I'm going to go ahead and line them all out here so that you can see them. It is 8 polishes. This particular collection here cost like $71, something like that. You can also get it with a sticker sheet. It's a little bit more expensive that way, and then you can get it in the collection with a collector's box and everything. I chose to get just this just simply because I had never tried the brand before. But here are my manicures. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe.